That being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Shad. I'm 34.
And Shad, what do you do?
I'm the owner of Opulence Imports in South Florida. And basically, we do performance parts for vehicles. We ship worldwide, and we actually do track bills as well.
Okay. What do you like to do for fun?
So, jet skis, dirt bikes.
Okay.
I like to play pool.
Okay.
Swimming, going to the beach. And I like to dance.
All right. Now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a caring woman,
Okay.
someone that's kind, considerate, knows what she wants out of life, creative. Yeah.
Okay.
And a nurturer.
All right. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Lack of empathy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say selfishness.
Okay.
Anything else?
Not having vision, a purpose for your life.
Okay.
And I'd say that's it for now.
Okay. No, that's good. All right. So none of the ladies have popped their balloon yet. You're doing well. So let me go ahead and hand you a pick. I'm going to have you hold on to that. And I know this is the hard part, but I'm going to have you pop 2 balloons. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop 2 balloons. I know. Everyone says that.
You are all beautiful ladies.
Yes, they are. Okay, and one more. Come on, Shad.
Come. He having a hard time.
Okay, let's start with the first one you ended up popping.
You know, I ain't even mad at it. My man is having a hard time trying to figure out which balloon he want to pop. I get it. It's a whole bunch of beautiful ladies, but you know, coming out the gate, you should. I'm pretty sure you got a type or anything like that. You know what you're looking for. But let's keep it. Let's let it play.
And if we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Carmela and I'm 31.
And Carmela, what do you do?
I'm a flight attendant.
So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I was just listening to everything that he said. He seemed very mature, so I just wanted to hear more.
Okay, is he someone that is your type?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So why did we end up popping her balloon?
You're a very beautiful woman. I love your locks. You did a great job with your makeup. Your lashes on fleek.
Okay.
I'd say based off of the lineup here, more of the physique, I'd be a little bit more attracted to some of the other women based on that.
Okay, no problem. Thank
But
you.
you're beautiful,
Thank you.
as I said before.
Let's go to the next one here. Let's start with your name and age.
Mimi, 28.
And Mimi, what do you do?
I'm a clinical therapist.
Okay, so why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I just wanted to hear him out. I liked the things he said about what he did for fun. Very spontaneous. So yeah, I just wanted to hear him out.
Okay. So why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Beautiful smile. I love the nose piercings. They're nice. Your attire is A1. You know, I don't really have any complaints about you. I'd say I'm just more physically drawn to the other women. That's it. You know,
No problem.
nothing
Thank
against
you.
Thank you. Okay, let's head back. All right, so we do have 5 remaining ladies. Go ahead and ask them a question to help you narrow it down.
In a society that I would say glorifies extrinsic values such as wealth and social status, what would be an intrinsic value that is important to you?
You know, this is a good question. This is a really good question. Excuse me, something in my eye. It's a really good question, but I'm interested to see what their response is gonna be, because when you talk about extrinsic and intrinsic, whatever the words are, like those are external and internal values that a person holds. So I want to see what some of these people, what some of these women, their internal values are, in comparison to the external ways of the world. I'm trying to interpret what he's saying.
Let's start here. Name and age.
Hey, my name is Shalane. I am 32 years old.
And Shalane, what do you do?
I am an office manager for like a really big company, and I also model part-time to supplement that income.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
I'm thinking empathy maybe would be a good answer. Like, I kind of forgot the question.
You want me to repeat it for you?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, what would be an intrinsic value that is important to you?
She the first person in the lineup. How she missed the question that quick? I can see she's the last person in line. She's the first person, and she like, I forgot the question. Was she paying attention? I don't think she was paying attention.
Okay, yeah, so my answer stands. It would be empathy. I think navigating this society, this world with empathy is super important because it allows you to like understand people and just you're able to kind of relate to people more and just have more compassion towards people. And I think having compassion towards your fellow humans is super important. So that's something I put high value on.
I appreciate your answer.
All right. Your name and age.
Hi, my name is Lynn. I'm 28.
And Lynn, what do you do?
I'm a design engineer.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
What do you mean by intrinsic?
Okay, so extrinsic would be in the realm of social status, popularity, wealth. So basically the opposite of that, something you can't see physically off, initial, something that's like internal. You
That
see
I
what I'm saying?
value?
Yes.
Okay. For me, I would say humbleness. Just based off what I do for work and how far I've come, I would say that I'm very humble with where I am today. And I just feel like
Take your time.
I would say humbleness, just because like life is short and you never know the different paths that people walk. So I'd never judge a book by its cover, regardless of how much money you have or how much money you don't. I just feel that everyone should just be humble. And yeah, I would say humbleness. Based off like my lifestyle and and kind of like my day to day, I don't feel that I'm better or lesser than anyone. It's kind of just like, I just view everyone as equal, essentially. Yeah, it's humbleness. Yeah.
I appreciate your answer and your transparency. And you say you were 28?
Yes, 28.
Beautiful.
All right, let's go over here. Your name and age.
My name is Waverly, and I am 30 years old.
Okay, and Waverly, what do you do?
I am a digital marketing manager and a college professor and consultant.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
An intrinsic value that I really value is going to be my faith, just because it's taken me a long way in life. And it's something that like you can essentially hold close to you at night. Like when the money's gone, if you don't have a place to sleep, like the Father, the Holy Spirit, Yeshua is my foundation.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's perfect.
And over here, your name and age.
Ayana, and I'm 27.
Ayana, what do you do?
I'm a personal trainer.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
Okay. So what I would say is what I learned.
Why is she doing the most in the background? The girl in the white in the background, like she is doing the most. I've been watching these ladies in the background lately, and they be doing the most in the background. Like, we focus on the person that's answering the question, but the people in the background be doing the most, man. It be so funny.
throughout my years is definitely being adaptive and being able to give yourself grace. Life is not perfect. You're going to go through things. You're going to go through ups and downs. So I feel like it's up to the person to know, okay, let me adjust or let me pivot a little bit and move forward. It's not trying to fit in a box or fit societal norms. So that's what I would say is the main factor that I take in. It's always being adaptive and giving myself grace when things don't work out the way I want.
Perfect. I love it.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Nia. I'm 32.
And what do you do?
So I'm an insurance claims adjuster, bartender, singer-songwriter, model, overall creative.
Very busy. All right, if you want to go ahead and answer his question.
So an intrinsic value that I have is accountability. Whenever I feel as though that I
Stop it. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. There's no way you saying that your intrinsic value is accountability. I don't know not one woman that accepts accountability. Even the friends I had that say, I do take accountability. When? Where? You don't even think that you're wrong. But you're sitting here saying that you take accountability. I'm having a hard time believing that. The hardest time. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I've mistreated someone, I automatically apologize. Or even if they didn't state that they felt harm, I recap things that happened and I reach out to them and say, hey, was this an issue? Like, how can we fix this? Were you okay with this? So I would say accountability.
Okay, cool.
Wonderful. I love it. Thank you.
All right, so we did get 2 pops back here. Why did we end up popping our balloon?
For me, it was just the initial attraction. It just wasn't immediate, but I liked everything you had to say though.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yes, definitely. You know, I like her whole decorum.
Thank you.
You know, her sense of style is amazing. You know, I love women, so you know, yeah.
Okay.
No,
It sounds like my man's a player or something. Like, you know, I just love women. Okay, like, so does that mean you highlight every woman that you come across, which is fine. You know, it's not really a big deal. But at the same time, bro, you're on a game show. Like, you know, give these women some real critique. You know, because they're gonna critique you. You know, she want to hear you out, which is cool. But then she say, you know, that there's no initial attraction. You just wanted to hear what he had to say. And in some ways, it seems like it's a waste of time. But at the same time, I appreciate that she wants to listen, kind of hear him out, or they want to listen and kind of hear him out. Because a few people said that I just want to hear him out or whatever, which is cool. But you know, if there's no attraction in the beginning, just go ahead and just pop your balloon. Like, you know, why even waste the time to talk and question and everything?
I say that to say that I don't have many deal breakers when it comes to like how a woman puts herself together. That's what I mean by I love women. So I would never, if I see a woman that takes time and to put into her appearance, whether it's makeup, whether it's her lashes, whether it's her hair, you know, accessories, stuff like that, I look at that as she's putting forth the effort and trying to show me her best side, you know? So that's what I meant by your decorum. And
Thank you.
Put on back. Okay, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I love how you're dressed. You look good. You clearly, you know, take pride in your appearance. You came out here today and you look good. When she gave her answer about religion and she said her intrinsic value is like religion and her faith and all of that, you said that it was your response was perfect, I think. I'm not a religious person. So if you value that, then I'm probably like not the person for you because I'm not a religious person. So that's why I popped.
And if you don't mind me asking, what do you believe in?
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure. I grew up Pentecostal, like heavily Christian. But right now, I don't have any core beliefs in terms of religion.
Okay, well, I respect that.
Okay.
You know, I would never put anyone down based on their journey because we're all on a journey.
Absolutely.
You know? So I respect that. I believe that two adults could have different belief systems and still respect each other.
Okay.
You know, so I respect you.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
That's a good response. Normally, and this is in my experience, when somebody come across somebody that is not religious, you know, the conversation goes a little left. Somebody talks about, asks ask whether they're atheists or why they don't believe, or what do you believe in and everything. But his response was really respectful, and I can appreciate the response. Not necessarily trying to convert the person or come to the person, but he basically said that two grown adults can respect each other's belief systems, but in the same token, he didn't really say that he would talk to somebody that has a different belief system than his.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Absolutely. I'm, all beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
I love the shortcut.
Oh, word.
I do. The color in the hair, everything is,
I appreciate that. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, thank you. Okay, so we've got 3 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Okay. What is a passion of yours? Say it's okay if your passion brings you money, but if you were to do something that did not pay you money and you would still find enjoyment out of that, what would that passion be?
Okay, let's start over here.
My name and age again?
Oh, just answer the question.
Answer the question. Okay. A passion of mine is actually homemaking. Like, I love curating an environment for my friends and family that feels warm and welcoming. So, like, from cooking, baking, hosting. Yeah, I love all of that. Yeah.
Cool.
I appreciate your answer.
And over here, answer this question.
Fitness. I love the gym. I live in the gym most of the time. So as long as I'm able to do that, it just makes me feel more so wholesome. Yeah.
Cool. And let's go to our last lady, your answer.
So obviously I would say singing, songwriting. I just really love incorporating sounds of nature in order to just really relax humanity. So
Okay.
Can I ask her a question? What genre of music do you sing?
oh, so originally I started with R&B, but I'm kind of all over the place right now. I want to dab into piano. I also want to do a little bit of rap, a little bit of alternative. So, but mainly R&B.
Wonderful.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, it is time to pop a balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one.
Any day now.
All right. So why did you have your balloon unpop?
So I wanted to hear him out. I think he's a well-versed person. But for me, originally, I was going to pop because he seemed very hesitant when it came to me. And then I heard him talking about like body physiques and stuff like that, which is fine. You like what you like. So me just thinking of the lineup, I'm like, okay, he has a better, stance with other beautiful women compared to me. So that's what it was. That was my thought.
Got it. So why Jenna popping her balloon?
I'll be honest with you. When I saw you do that pump fake, I was like, yeah, I didn't even have to think after that. At first it was hard because I was really examining all 3 exceptional options. All 3 of you are my type. You get what I'm saying? So I see beauty in different ways. So maybe one thing might not fit me, but maybe you might fit me. So I just popped basically because I saw you do the pump fake, like you about to pop it. So I was like, you know what? If you're hesitant about me, then I'd rather go with someone that's sure.
Yes, definitely. We're besties. We were thinking the same thing. You pump faded me
We
first.
locked in
You
for
did it
that.
first.
Yeah.
But yes.
All right, we good.
Fair enough.
Thank you. Okay, Shad, go ahead and ask our 2 remaining ladies another question.
Do you value romance? And if you do, what would be a romantic date in your mind? From start to finish, what would your ideal romantic date be?
Okay.
Good
start
question.
doing the comeback. All right.
So a romantic date for me would, well, I don't know. I would say I'm very easygoing. We can honestly do whatever. It really depends on how attentive we are to each other. If we're actively listening, you could even just pick an apple off the tree and just tell me to eat it. And I know it sounds real corny, but I'm someone who's real simple. Like, we can just take a walk in the park, have a really in-depth conversation. So, and then end the night under the stars, maybe just sitting on a blanket. So
Great answer.
Now, I like her response. Her response is real down to earth. She has like she like we. It's real simple. You know, we don't have to do anything. We can have a picnic. I think her response is more so like, I want to get to know you, and it doesn't matter what we're doing, whether we're doing something really expensive or we're doing something really cheap. I just want to get to know you. And I think that's real essential when, you know, you're starting to talk to somebody, is having those kind of low key dates so you can just get to know the person and not get to know what they're willing to spend and how much they're willing to spend. And then that being the attraction, and then kind of being attracted to them for their financial means versus, you know, their, as my man would say, intrinsic values that they have.
Great answer.
Well, not let me correct that. Not intrinsic values. Then their their external values. You know, being able to know them internally versus externally.
All right, and over here.
Piggybacking maybe on her "Don't Be Cheap Now." I like really elevated like dining experiences. So maybe a nice dinner, but then after dinner, being able to like go dancing, whether it be like salsa. I really
She a gold digger. Like I don't really care what nobody say. She said not to go the cheap way. Not to go the cheap way, but I like elevated experience. What is elevated to you? Is that a 4 or 5 star restaurant? We can't go to a 3 or 1 star restaurant. Like, it's always got to be a elevated position, which is, I mean, fine if you can do it or whatnot, but at the same time, is it doesn't give like, I want to get to know who you are. It's more so I'm looking for a financial provider versus trying to find like somebody that I can learn and grow with. But no, everybody is different. Everybody approached love differently. So, and that may be her way of approaching love.
really love like soca music. Yeah, so an activity and food in combination would be nice.
Okay. Ladies.
Great answer.
I'm gonna switch it on over to them now. So, ladies, any questions for him? You got one? Okay.
Yeah, I have several.
Go for it.
Okay. My first one is, do you partake in any what's it called? Any drug use of any kind?
No, I do not.
Okay. Oh, I can keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Girl.
What is if you are a man of faith, like what is your faith in, like what does your day-to-day look like with spending time with God, if that's something that you do?
Did she really just ask that question? I mean, I know her faith. I'm gonna let it play.
So I'm a Christian. And basically my day-to-day walk would be me waking up in the morning. First thing I do, I have like a bottle of water by my bed. I drink that. I pray to God, thank him for waking me up this morning, for giving me all my faculties on my body are in perfect working order. A lot of people take that for granted, to be able to just wake up and get out of your bed on your own will and to be healthy, So I don't take that for granted. And I thank him every day for that. That's the first thing I do. And then I ask him to basically guide my steps throughout the day, So from my wake up, everything from what I eat to, showering, I'm always like talking to him at different intervals of the day. Like I'd say like a little short prayer, like, all right, I'm about to go on the street. There's traffic out there. People meet in traffic. I just ask for guidance along my journey to get there and get back to my family, safely.
Mhm.
And that's
Okay.
it.
Do you have kids, and where do you live?
I do not have any children as of yet, and I live in South Florida.
Okay.
Do you have any children?
No.
And where do you live?
I live in Dallas.
Texas. Okay. Perfect.
Good.
Yes.
All right. Let's head down over here. Okay. Any questions over here?
absolutely. Do you believe in crying in front of your woman?
What the? No, hell no. I have so many reservations about this not reservations, but I have so many issues with this question. The reason why I have issues with this question is because as soon as I heard it, I'm like, no, because there are some cases where a person that you're dating tries to use crying against you. Like, it's okay for a woman to cry, but it's not okay for a man to cry. We have been groomed to believe that we should not cry. So I don't think he's going to say that he cries or even agree to it, because it makes no sense. I'm not, first of all, especially on national TV, I'm not about to sit here and say that. I don't think he's going to sit there and say, yeah, I cry on national TV because, we're groomed not to cry. And to show that type of vulnerability to a woman, sometimes, depending on the type of woman, she may end up throwing it back into your face, which just kind of shuts it all down all over again. I'm gonna let it play to see what he says, but I really don't think that he's gonna just come out and be like, yeah, I'll cry in front of my woman and stuff like. No, because we're groomed not to cry.
I'm not a very crying person, you know what I'm saying? But I do show emotion and I do show vulnerability. But to break out crying, I'm not built like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm built as, I have like an intestinal fortitude inside of me. So if something's going bad, I recoup, regather myself, and I think of solutions on how I could get over that obstacle. So for me to get to the point of crying, that's never going to happen. Or before I say never, it would rarely, like the chances are very slim, you know what I'm saying? But I would express to you like, hey, babe, something going on with me right now. I'm not feeling, certain things. And I probably bounce some ideas off you. And, cause I like the inside of a woman as well. I'm very driven. I'm very focused and I know what I want. But at the same time, I have a partner. I like to see things through her eyes, through her vision, because believe it or not, I don't know everything. My woman might see something that I can't see. You know what I'm saying? So I value her input, her opinion, and her guidance as well.
So is it something that you're comfortable with if it were to happen to the point where you couldn't compartmentalize it anymore?
Okay. I believe in mental health. So if it gets to a point where my mental health is in danger, then of course you got to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Of course, yeah, you got to let it out and kind of purge yourself of, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, that hurt, whatever it is, so yes, if it comes to that point where my mental health would be on the verge of breaking, I would definitely, have that outpour.
Okay.
Do you have any children and where do you live?
I don't have any kids, but I currently live in Dallas, Texas.
Okay. And are you okay with commuting to Florida?
Yeah, I love traveling.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful.
Okay, those are two wonderful ladies. They had a lot of great responses. I know this one's going to be tough for you, but we do have to pop a balloon. Oh, it's gone over there. All right, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just really feel like they'd be a beautiful pair for sure. So yeah.
Okay, blocking your own blessings, but is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for African men. You're African, right?
We're all from Africa. We're all from
Understandable.
Africa.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's given African, but yeah, it just seems like y'all would be such a beautiful pair for sure.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Let's head on back then. Okay, let me bring you on up here with us. Come on up here with us. Let me have you scoot that way. I have you stand over here. All right, y'all. Any final question between the two of you before we determine if this is a match?
Yes. How do you feel about celibacy?
What? I didn't what I didn't see that coming. Did y'all see that? I didn't see it coming. How do you feel about celibacy? Oh wow. Oh shit. Let me let it play. I gotta hear this. I'm gonna let it play.
I'm guessing you're saying celibacy towards marriage or?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I'm a Christian man, so I respect that, and that's not a deal breaker for me because I have built up a emotional intelligence, and
I don't think that makes sense. But I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play. I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna let it play. I mean, I don't think emotional intelligence have anything to do with the sexual nature of it. So the intimacy that she's referring to in emotional intelligence, I don't think that goes hand in hand.
you know, yeah, I don't have any, I don't have anything against that.
Have you ever practiced celibacy?
Yes, I have.
While in a relationship?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And was it successful? I mean, sometimes it's not. I mean, God gives grace.
Yeah, so you're saying, have I practiced celibacy in a relationship and was it successful?
Yes. Were you successful in the celibacy?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Okay, why'd you end up popping?
I think it was the hesitation at the beginning about the celibacy, and then when you were explaining like your
So I don't understand her because you saying she just said it was a hesitancy about the celibacy in the beginning. You can't get a man in time to think about the response. Like he's just supposed to be prompt with it. Like, come on, man. You say God gave grace, but you're not giving grace right now.
day-to-day like walk with the Lord. I think prayer is one aspect, but I'm also looking for someone who like incorporates like reading their Bible into that as well, because I think it can be hard to hear from God. Like, yes, we're praying, but it can be hard to hear from God if we're not also reading his word. And that wasn't something that you mentioned. So I think it's the combination of the two.
Okay, I respect that. I mean, I do read my Bible.
Okay.
It's just in the unconventional setting that we're in right now, it slipped my mind. I'm not going to remember every little thing, every little
No, that's
detail.
fair. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you would have asked me that, I would have, gracefully just answered and tell you, yes, I do read my Bible at some point during the day.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, we'll have you head on back. Okay, Shad. Well, that is all the balloons popped, unfortunately, but we do thank you so much for coming. Let's give it up for him, ladies. I'll take this. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.